Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Polly's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be examining a fragrance from the house of Burberry. This fragrance is known as Burberry Weekend, which came out in 1997. This is the EDT Eau de Toilette concentration, and this is considered a citrus fragrance. It's incredible because I remember when this fragrance came out, and it's hard to believe that it is already 26 years old. The bottle I have in my hand is a smaller bottle and it's maybe 2 years old. But I would honestly say with this fragrance, it is a shadow of its former self, especially in terms of its potency and its performance. Older vintage formulations I find were much different in profile and in performance. And I'm currently trying to find an older formulation instead of the newer ones, which I find are much weaker. I'm going to take this out of the package and just give it a quick spray. Here's the bottle. Quick spray in the back of my hand. So initially, you get a very sharp blend of various citruses with I find with bergamot and lemon dominating the citrus notes. The dry down becomes kind of a woody citrus. It's much drier and not as pungent as the original spray, but the scent seems to lose much of its third dimension. It kind of starts to flatten out. It doesn't project as much from the skin. Later on, it becomes a little more herbal, grassy-like, and lighter on the citrus notes, and I find it has a little more mint and sourness to it. It's a fairly simple fragrance. It's not overly complex, but I think for a beginner it's very good. Top notes are lemon, grapefruit, bergamot, pineapple, melon, and mandarin orange. The mid notes are ivy, oak moss, sandalwood. The base notes are honey, musk, and amber. Two notes I quickly want to mention. The first one is ivy, which is not frequently used in fragrances. It's part of the green herbs fougere family. It's a plant which is vine-like in fashion. It offers a fragrance, a cool green scent that is refreshing and somewhat spicy. The second note I want to mention is honey, which comes in many forms. It's considered a gourmand. And you ask, what is a gourmand? A gourmand is something which is a dessert scent, such as chocolate, vanilla, or something like caramel. Honey offers a fragrance, its sweetness, it can have floral nuances, and it could be somewhat powdery. Final thoughts on this fragrance. The main issue I have with this formulation, it has, I would say, below average performance. I get a couple hours from it. Some people claim they get 8 hours, but this fragrance does not perform well on my skin. I found the older formulations were superior and they had more depth. This is a very light fragrance. I would say if you're looking for something that is light and you don't want something that is that powerful, this may be a fragrance for you. I would always try before you buy something like this because you don't want to be disappointed, especially in the performance aspect. This is not really a sexy fragrance. It is something that I would say is easy to wear, but it's really going to react to your body chemistry. And I find citrus fragrances, people that are projecting a lot of body heat or a very active citrus fragrance or aquatic fragrances don't seem to perform as well with people that maybe have a lower body temperature or aren't as active. Again, this is a simple fragrance. It's comforting and inviting, but there's nothing earth shattering about its DNA. I think it's a good starter fragrance. I think it's a sophisticated scent for a young gentleman that's in his teenage years. A very good starting point, especially if a younger gentleman does not want something that is sweet or obnoxious. It's very well blended. There's nothing harsh in it that's off-putting, but again, it's a fragrance that's nothing really to write home about. And I'm mainly talking about the modern version. The older version I would like to get my hands on, and I will do a review of that in a later date. But I would say as for this one, it's a decent fragrance, and the performance I think is what does not allow it to be a very good fragrance. So again, this is something I would always take a sample of before you buy it. It's relatively inexpensive, but again, it's still your hard-earned money. So always be cautious with anything you buy and always try because you want to know how it performs on your skin. Don't take anybody's word for it, because this is one fragrance that I do have some trouble with the performance. And I think many of the Burberry fragrances, such as Burberry Brit, Burberry London, have really been watered down in the last 5-6 years. So if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, notification bell. Any comments, questions, or experiences you have with this fragrance or any other fragrance by Burberry, leave them down below and I'll be happy to get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.